Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us all the way. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. This marks the end of our 3 days production. Good night and God bless.
I want to say good evening to VC, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the Head of Department, my lecturers present, our friends, fellow Tsaku site and gentlemen and ladies who have come to grace our day tonight. I am Gift Abaronye saying you are welcome to Open Air Theatre of the University of Jos. Like we said yesterday, this is a 300 level workshop class for 306. And the play you have come to see is entitled The Legendary Inikpi, written by Emi Uneja Idegu'S and directed by Ihanacho Iweha and Juchit Lanap. The coordinators of this play have been Reuben Embu and Hussaini Tsaku. Please, we want you to sit back and enjoy yourself. And for this evening, as we did announce yesterday, we have had a very wonderful support from Cadbury Nigeria PLC. And I'm sure on your way, your entrance to this place, you were highly entertained, isn't it? Yes. So we want to give 3 boza to Cadbury. Let's go. Boza! 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 That is for Cadbury for supporting us. And by the grace of God, they will also be here tomorrow. So please remember, as usual, to switch off your handset and have a swell time with us tonight. Enjoy yourself.
our daughter. Amalata. Was that not your daughter?
That is my daughter.
I can say she's ripe for marriage. I know you cannot wait to read the fruit of your labor.
At all.
My people, my royal advisors, greet you too. How does the attack measure the success of his rule and the state of mind of his children, if not through regular meetings with you like this? Your servant, the attack, thank you all for honoring his call. This tool of our forefathers that I occupy today belongs to us all. I love that my children recorded a very good harvest this season. Your presents and tributes that you sent have proven to me how hardworking you all are and how well our ancestors have blessed our land.
Gabaidu.
Yes, my son.
You are correct. Only that as for me, it has been a bad and tough year.
A bad and tough year, did you say?
Gabaidu. Bushfire. Bushfires consumed the greater portion of my yam, cassava, and maize.
Did you hear him? Did you see? That is why I have always warned you never to set fire on your farmland until all the farm produce has been brought home. Pity, my son. So how have you been feeding?
My friend there, Gabaidu, has been feeding my family. And to say the least, it has not been easy for him at all. Gabaidu. Of course, it has not been easy. But I thank our ancestors that we still have enough to share.
That is very good of you, my son.
Gabaidu. Gabaidu.
Yes, my son.
I heard about my friend's plight while I was away in my in-laws' village, attending to my father-in-law's farm. But now that I am here, Gabaidu, I should be able to help him too.
That is the spirit. That is the spirit, my children. You see, always share with one another when you need. Does that mean my children have no more problems? My advisors and I want to know, so that we would find a way of solving them.
Amideju!
Yes, my daughter.
Your Highness, my long-standing problem has been lack of an offspring. I've been married for 4 painful years. Always doing what other married women do. Yet, no month have I fallen ill to signify the early stage of being in double body zone.
Take heart, my daughter. How many years did you say?
4 years, Your Highness.
Don't worry. Maybe our ancestors have not yet decided to bless you with one.
Amideju, but my man can hardly wait. In fact, he has threatened to send me back to my parents if by the next harvest season my belly still refuses to grow.
Come closer, my daughter. Does your man have children from other of his wives?
Amideju, he has 18 children.
That means the problem is with you.
Yes, Your Highness.
not refuse your husband's night call. And 3 months from today, report to me if no change has been made.
Evidence! May the king reign forever!
Yes, my daughter. I can see you want to talk.
Yes, Your Highness. Your Highness, mine is not with childbirth at all, no.
Go on. What is it that bother you, my daughter?
I have knelt down 7 times already, but on the whole, only 2 of my children survived. Between the ages of 3 and 6 months, 5 of them went bad.
Have you done anything to uncover the mystery behind this sorrow?
I did. I consulted 3 different herbalists, with each of them telling me different stories. One of them said that the problem was with my grandmother.
Your grandmother?
According to him, that anointed her while I was a child, for which say she caused
Pity, my daughter. That is no trouble at all. That is no trouble. You just try and appease her, and the magic is done.
Your Highness, I was eager to do that, but before I could return from the medicine man's house, she joined their ancestors.
My daughter, even then, the problem is still surmountable. Have you tried appeasing her spirits?
Yes, Your Highness.
And what happened after that?
The problem still lingered on. That was why I went to the second herbalist.
And what did he say?
He said that the problem was never with my grandmother, but certain evil spirit around our house.
Evil spirit in my land?
So he advised my husband and I to back to a new place.
Good. Did you do that?
Yes, Your Highness.
And what happened after that again?
Yes, the child I had in our new settlement died 6 months afterwards.
Pity, my daughter. I can see life has not been easy with you at all.
Even now, Your Highness, even now, one of my surviving children is down. I'm beginning to doubt the possibility of his survival. I'm tired. I need your assistance.
Take heart. Take heart, my daughter. So what was the reason for all this problem as told you by the third Okochi you met?
Idegu'S, I was too tired and hopeless. I didn't even remember all he said. But I managed to hear him say, I should call my husband and the other wife since she ran for settlement.
Meaning that the problem was from within the house and not from elsewhere.
That was what he said.
Good. So have you gone to see him with your man and mates?
Idegu'S, every time I remind them, they keep on saying, we shall make it the next market day. We shall make it the next market day. Till today, the market day is yet to come.
I see. In that case, tell them the king wants to see all of you here tomorrow.
Idegu'S,
The king and his advisors will meet with you tomorrow to settle the matter once and for all, so that my daughter's mind will be at peace.
Idegu'S, may you reign forever.
My people, it is never the wish of our ancestors that any of us should suffer. Any of you who have problems should not hesitate in calling on our gods for assistance. My palace is your second home. You are always welcome with your complaints. My advisors and I are always willing to share with you your joys and your sorrow. Be it from difficulties, family misunderstanding, or anything that bother the peace of mind of my children. Rush straight here and whisper them into my ears. side while treading on our boundaries and other clans' land. Always be careful. Do not make troubles. And whenever there is any form of conflict, do not delay in letting me know. We are swiftly hearing that some of our neighboring clans intend to abuse our magnanimity and peace-loving nature. I promised all of you, when I took over my father's throne, that there shall not be peace in the land until all the enemies of the Gala land are silenced. Yes. Your father, the king, cannot do that alone. We are always ready to defend the land. I shall retreat into my chambers for some discussions and deliberations with my advisors. Those of you who still want to see the king can do so by the next market day. Till then, always live with each other in peace.
King of lions, your reign will be greater than that of your fathers. Whoever does not wish you well, may our ancestors strike him down. Protector of the fatherless, helper of the needy, king of kings, king among kings. Your praises, Rabbi, will be sung here and hereafter. The pot that never gets tired of cooking. We, your noble subjects, stay under your protective wings. Your reign shall be full of joy.
Royal advisors, what can the king do without the support of our ancestors? How can I administer justice? Tell me, how can I administer justice without your rewarding counsel? Our gods will surely bless you all. And your farms will produce good food to feed your numerous mouths and justify your labor.
Long live His Highness, King of Lions, actually Kimachicha, the great giver of gifts without scorn, Akabele Kiachabele, the one who does what he decrees without objection. Tell your servants, why will all your enemies not forever bow at your command? May our ancestors, may our ancestors be praised for that.
I thank you all.
We are always at your service.
2 market days from today, the 10 appointed chiefs will be bidded. With them, we can be assured of accurate collection of tributes, proper security along our borderlines. That has always been a problem. And my people's total commitment to the royal school.
Ogeta, that is correct, Your Highness. But interestingly, Your Highness, there shall be no more conflict between the two warring clans. Of course. Since Your Highness has wisely decided to appoint 5 men each from the 2 rivals groups as chiefs.
Correct. It was a wise decision, Gabai. It was a wise decision.
Chief to be appointed.
That is correct. That is correct. I learned that the kingmakers have advanced on that issue. And they are due to report to me very soon.
Interesting. Come to think of it, they are not finding it that easy.
Yes. So I learned too some days back.
Oh, young Ogolo.
What is the hot this time around?
Ochai, some steep rivalry between Abalaka and Igbede.
Oh, why have you not the words out of my mouth?
If they were able to carry out the other assignments and peacefully came up with the 10 things of the business, 11 shouldn't be enough too hard for them to crack.
Ó díẹ̀ kí gbọ́ kàkàlà fún mi. Ó nú àmọ́ nú. Ẹ̀tọ́ lẹ́jọ́ nà kí á jọ kàwé. Àtàkì máa ń ọkọ̀ ní kì í dáadáa bọ̀ yìí. Ìkẹlẹ̀ kirikiriki kì máa ń tòbíjọ ìmọ̀tọ́ kì máa ń ògìjọ òun. Ó nú àmọ́ nú. Gàbá ìdù. Ọkùn ìgbàgbọ́. Ìlú wa ìlú náà. Ọkùn ìgbàgbọ́.
History of reality. The young generation need to be told the history of their people. The history has been told by various people using different sources at divergent times. Yet, I'll tell you one of such as I saw it happen. A heroic story indeed. Ikpele. Long, long time ago. The Atai Gala and the Oba of Benin used to be bosom friends. Their friendship had a reason. The Atai Gala was earnest in making royal eunuchs for himself in his palace. Very typical of rulers in those days, and even where tradition is respected today. The Oba always sent some of his men for this operation, after which the Ata will send them back, escorted by his own messengers. On one of such instances, the instead of going back to the Oba to tell him of the war and the suspended journey, the messengers went to stay behind in Benin town, enjoying themselves. Days passed. Weeks went up. So forcing them to run for refuge in the Oba's palace. My people decided to end the war the following day by breaking into the palace to crush the enemy forces and release the supposedly captured Atai Gala's men.